All right, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Noodle back here with some more uh almost like Garden Warfare Battle for Neighborville content, and I have made a tier list because there's nothing really new going on with the game, and I kind of wanted to see a tier list, and I know tier lists are old, but no one else made a tier list, so I was like, hey, I make YouTube videos, I'll make a tier list. So here it is. This is this. I'll go over, I'll go over a little bit of every character. I don't want to make this video stupid long, but I'll just kind of go over, what I think of everything here. All right. So we'll start. I think we'll do it this way. We'll start from the bottom and just work our way up. Sorry. So down here in meh, all the way down in meh. This is the lowest tier I have is Chomper, and I don't think Chomper is honestly that good. Now bear in mind, people, I'm rank 7, okay? I've played all of these characters a decent bit, so I sort of know what I'm talking about. I'm going to get butchered for that, but I sort of know what I'm talking about. I don't think Chomper's that good. He's really gimmicky. He's his what's it called? Slobber shot. It's okay. You have to be like really accurate with it, and like yeah, you get an upgrade where it can do splash, but it's like what, it's 6 splash damage. It's like it's just, I don't feel like Chomper's that good. Gimmicky and just not a whole lot of options. I mean, it's nice that you can throw spike weed now as opposed to just setting it down like you're taking a shit, but no, Chomper's just not that good. Okay, all right. So up in our C tier is okay characters. So first we'll start with Imp. These are not, by the way, these are not in any particular order. I just have tiers clumped together. These are not like Imp is bottom of C tier and like Snapdragon is top of C tier. These are just all clumped together into one tier. So Imp. Imp, I feel like is very underwhelming as just himself, but he's kind of supposed to be that way. I think the ZMech, the cooldown is not terribly long, but like I think it overheats way too fast. I think that uh like again, I'm trying to go off of like you get upgrades for these characters, right? So like you get an upgrade where you decrease his recoil, you get an upgrade where you can like I haven't mastered, so it's like but I don't know. I feel like Imp is just not super amazing. He's okay. Like he's an all right character, and like you can kind of do stuff with him, but I ultimately just feel like he's not super great. All right. Citron. Citron is honestly kind of just Reinhardt. You ever play Reinhardt from Overwatch? Think that, but as a big dumb looking orange. And quite honestly not nearly as vital to a team as a Reinhardt is. Like, okay, you're like at least he has more than a melee weapon. Let's say that Juice Cannon does what, 2 damage per shot and like 3 for a headshot. That's really not that much. But honestly, Citron isn't meant to get you kills. He's meant to have a shield and defend stuff. So. But like even that, I mean, his shield has a crap ton of health. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's super amazing. I mean, his charge is good. His laser is good. His laser is actually pretty good, like especially if you get it charged up to its max capacity. But you can't do like if you commit to that laser, you have to commit to it. Like you can't shield, you can't do anything else. Once that laser comes out, you have to wait for the animation to be over before you do anything else. So that gives you like a big, and like keep in mind you're a big ass round target. Like I know you have a lot of health, but you're a sitting duck if people know you have that thing out. So they're gonna peek you when it's in its early stages and it's doing like 10 tick, and then when it's 25 they'll usually just wait for it to go away, and then you'll be on like little to no health, and then you're probably dead. So I don't know, I just don't feel like Citron is super amazing. He's okay, like he's an alright character, but not fantastic. All right, Corn. Corn is like he's meant to be the plant counterpart to Soldier, right? Basically. But he just doesn't feel as good as Soldier. I don't know why, but okay, I'll say this much. Corn and Soldier have their first abilities. Corn's is better, like by far. It gives your team wall hacks. It gives you a little damage buff. It's way better than a stupid Stink Cloud. Like the Stink Cloud's okay, but Corn's is way better. Other abilities, Huskop, half the time, I don't know if this is a bug or whatever, but half the time Huskop doesn't actually, hop. And I mean, Shuckshot is honestly, I feel like just a less accurate and less reliable ZPG. So I just Corn's just not great. I mean, he's all right, and like having projectile speed increase when he got that buff, it was like really good, but still not an amazing character in my eyes anyway. Not fantastic. All right, 80s. 80s is interesting because I personally what I run with him is I run the Huntsman, which is basically just land a fully charged shot and then your camp missile's fully locked on, and then you can just hit that and usually kill whatever you just shot. So in that 1-2 combo, he's like really good. Everywhere else, he's not really that great. Okay, so like Rocket Ride it does a lot of damage, right? And it does a good amount of damage. But A, you're a sitting duck while you're doing it, and B, it's just there's so many abilities that can just get plants out of it. Like if Citron just holds his shield up, that can soak up, I'm pretty sure, the entire thing. Rose can just arcane away from it. Sunflowers can. I would wager almost heal through it if they are equipped properly. Like it's not a fantastic ability. And then Dynamite Dodge is honestly really just kind of bad. It doesn't give you a whole lot of mobility, and the blast takes forever and a day to go off. So you're probably not getting any damage with it unless you like run up to the person's face, which if you're in their face is not really where you should be as 80s anyway, and then just like press Q and fling yourself backward. Maybe you could get some damage on them then, but even then it's only like 75, and I don't know, in my opinion, that's just not worth it. All right, Snapdragon. Snapdragon is Chomper, except slightly better because Snapdragon, all three of his abilities are pretty solid. Like the what is it called? Swoop Slam, your first ability, is good and it can insta kill people if you know how to aim it. Uh, Blue Blazes, if it locks on and works like it's supposed to, it's 125 damage. That's really fucking good. Like it's really good. And then what's it wall off or whatever is that fireball with the wall of flame? You shoot your third ability is also not bad. I mean, you're not gonna get a freaking quad kill with it, but it's not bad, especially for stuff like zoning. But everywhere else, Snapdragon kind of just falls short for me. I mean, Flameblower's good, and in close range, it can get you a lot of damage, but since fire damage can no longer kill someone, I think if fire damage could still kill people without you like if you just burn them and set them on fire, if that could still kill them, that damage over time, Snapdragon would be busted. I'd put him in A, maybe even S tier. He'd be completely broken. But since that can't kill stuff, it gets to a point where you're flaming them, and then they'll run out of your range, and then they'll take like maybe a couple 4 ticks of damage, and that won't kill them. They'll just run back to their team, and then you get healed by the scientist or sit behind a tree and wait for their health to come back and then come fight you again. And also, his little fireball he shoots out, I think it makes you overheat after like 5 or 6 fireballs. Like, that's not enough, especially compared to how long it takes your flameblower to overheat. I feel like that's like, see, here's the thing. Chomper gets unlimited slobber shots. Like, you can spam that shit forever and never overheat, never nothing. Snapdragon, you get, I think it's either 5 or 6 fireballs, and then you have to wait for your overheat to cool down. Like, that's just not a good ranged option to me. So, Snapdragon, his abilities are solid, and really solid, actually, but I mean, everywhere else, I feel like, your main weapon just kind of, I don't know, just kind of falls short. Also, pretty big hitbox, so, I know you have a lot of health, but your head's pretty big. All right, B. Up to B tier. These are good characters. These are characters I feel like you could main very well if you wanted to. All right, so we'll start with Soldier. Soldier is very good, in my opinion. He can do a little bit of everything, which is kind of what he's supposed to do. I would very much recommend, if you're looking to main Soldier, do something like run increased fire rate and extra ammo, because that'll let you just pump out like stupid amounts of damage. Um, that'll just let you pump out like stupid amounts of damage, and you can just just keep hammering it on. And like, ZPG is always a good option, especially if you catch like a P and Gatling. I mean, that's been a thing since the first game, but still really good option. I mean, Oak is a big ass hitbox that you can just clock with your ZPG for like what, 200 or 300, something crazy. Um, Super Stink Clouds, like I said before previously, is not great, but it's still sort of usable. It does do like poison damage over time if after they walk out of the cloud, which can kill, so that's kind of nice. And Rocket Jump is good. It gets you to places that, as far as I can know, like really no other zombie can get to. So good for getting up high and just shooting down on stuff. So I think overall Soldier is good, especially since the buff. I think he is very good. All right, Nightcap. I know I'm gonna sound hella repetitive through this whole video, but you know what? Whatever. All right, Nightcap. Nightcap is good. I would call her good. She obviously used to be fucking SS god tier, freaking stupid, busted, whatever. But now they nerfed her, and everyone's like, "Oh, she's unusable now. She's so bad." I think she's still very, very usable. I think she's good for sure. Um, Fung Fu honestly didn't get nerfed that hard in my opinion. It still does a really good amount of damage. Like it can still do a good like 75 or so damage. People are just kind of learning to like know when you're gonna do it and get out of the way of it now. But that's Nightcap's whole thing is being stealthy and kind of outsmarting her opponents on like positioning and stuff like that. So um, you gotta learn when to fung fu and when not to fung fu, because keep in mind like you're very vulnerable in the entrance frames and in the exit frames. Like the startup time is a good couple seconds, and when you come out of it you're vulnerable for a good second or two. So, and you have like teeny tiny itty bit of health, so just keep that in mind. You should work out fine. And then casting shadows is honestly not a bad ability at all. It's actually really good, especially if you're like, I know it used to just be the cheese where you would throw casting shadows down and then the people couldn't, and then zombies couldn't move, so then you just press fung fu and get yourself like 4 kills. Doesn't really work like that anymore. I find casting shadows is a lot better to use on allies at its current state than opponents. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still good for deterring zombies and stuff, but I feel like having an invisible like P Gatling, or having your sunflower be invisible while she's trying to get someone up, is like really good, as opposed to just like deterring a zombie for a total of however long that lasts for, like 6 seconds maybe, and then they're just coming through anyway. So, and then her third, I don't know her third ability. It's like midnight jog or something. The disappear, the one where you disappear and you move really fast, I think is good. Especially you should always jump while you're doing that because people can still see your footsteps. But I think it's good. It's a good get out of. It's like a good get out of jail free card. Um, for her, because she definitely needs that because she has like teeny tiny bit of health. So Nightcap is still very, very good, very usable in my opinion. All right, I'm gonna try and make this go a little faster because I've been ragging on about every character. All Star, good. Overheat takes longer than you think it would. Imp Punt is not as stupid as it was in past games, but still really good. Hits like a solid 100 damage, which is good. Sprint Tackle, 75 damage to the face as long as you're looking at them. Good. And then Dummy Shield, actually way, way better than previous games because now it actually has a, bubble shield that pops up around it, as opposed to just being a singular dummy stood in front of you that no one was going to shoot anyway. So, especially since they buffed him also, All-Star, very good, very usable. Cactus, very good. Snipers in this game, I generally think are good simply because a fully charged shot to the head does 98, and most characters typically have 100. So even if it does 98, by the time you just pop out one more shot, it'll hit them for like 30, and that'll finish them off. They won't have time to react, or at least they shouldn't. Um, so I think snipers are very good. Your garlic drone is solid. The airstrike it gets is solid. Potato mines are, they're nothing special. If you do want to be a really cheesy cactus, which I mean, I run this upgrade myself. I'll be honest. You can get this upgrade a little later on for her called Popcorn, I believe, where if you kill a zombie with a fully charged shot, it has the chance of spawning a potato mine on their corpse, so that hopefully whoever is walking by them or goes to revive them will get blown up then by your potato mine that is there, and they're like, "How did this potato mine get here?" So that's an upgrade she can get. Um, but yeah, Cactus, good overall ability set. Propeller, her whatever you call it, propeller thing to get to higher ground. A little broken right now, especially because if you're sprinting, it just and you hit the button, it like doesn't want to work. Um, but otherwise, it works fine. It's good. She's a good character. User. She's good. All right. Peashooter. Peashooter is good. I've seen way too many Peashooters that are like super elite or maxed out because it's like, it's the first character, obviously. But I had a hard time placing Peashooter. I feel like he is really good, especially in the right scenario. But but he also has like some weaknesses that people can like totally exploit. So, for example, doing stuff like pea souped. Pogo P. If any of y'all know what that is, Pogo P. Pea soup is still like it's good, right? Like doing that is still good. I don't feel like it's as good as in previous games, but it's still, a viable option. You can do it, right? Bean Bomb is good, that still gives you ample time to get out of the way, but if you catch someone with it, it's a good feeling, and it does insta kill them, so that's still good. And then P Gatling is decent. There's upgrades you can get later down the line where you can get ammo back for your Gatling if you're hitting headshots with it, which you would think would be good, but in the grand scheme of things, it's honestly not fantastic because it's kind of hard. You just want to be hitting stuff. Like, you don't want to be thinking about aiming for the head to get ammo back and then keep shooting. Like, you just want to be hitting stuff really hard and really fast, which is what that ability is meant to do, and then just uprooting and getting the hell out of there because everyone knows where you are. Like, as soon as you start shooting with P Gatling, they're like, oh, and they're just gunning for you then. But P overall, I do think is very good. Very good first character. So yeah, I say play him. He's good. Oak and Acorn. Oh my God, I dragged this out again. Oak and Acorn. Good. Since they got nerfed, I honestly, the nerf is not really that big of a deal. The fact that he goes on, it's only like a 20-second cooldown now. Oak goes on like a 20-second cooldown when you come out of it and turn back into an Acorn, and it takes you that long to like regen your health anyway, or almost. Um, And then the longer transform time is really not super noticeable in my opinion. So Oak and Acorn, I'd still say very, very usable. Super Sap Trap's a freaking insta kill. Like, and then roll for damage is just good. It's like 60 damage just to the face as long as someone's in front of you. And like you can catch people around corners with it. So I very much recommend this character, especially on Goopy Gully. If you just want to like be a fucking big man and just lead your team to victory on Goopy Gully, dude, play Oak. Like, do it. You will have a good time. I promise. Electric Slide. Electric Slide is very good. I almost put her in high tier simply because of her stun and her ability to just make people have to split up, which is just what she does really, really well. You can get upgrades for her along the line that give her like her arcing ability, or her lightning bolts can arc to an additional target, which is really good, and also it increases the range that they can arc to another target. So I have both of those on personally because I think they mesh really well together as a combo. And stuff like Disco Tornado is really solid. It can just completely like wipe a whole point or keep people away from a point. And then Boogie Bolt is a little awkward to aim with, I feel like, but if you know the mechanics of kind of how it works, you can land shots pretty consistently. It's 11 damage a shot. You have, 25 shots in your clip, which is really good. I know her master upgrade is like get or reload and regen health when you hit energy warp. It's called Out of Fight, but it's just Scientist energy warp from the previous game, which is good. It's a get out of jail free card for you, especially if you get into if you get in over your head, it's really good to use. Um, and then Funky Bouncer is also actually really good. I've seen I've seen a lot of electric slides use it for throwing people off a map, which is like not really what it's meant for because it's really exceptionally good when you can bundle a bunch of plants together like that and you can just start zapping them with boogie bolts and then the damage will arc to all of them and get you, a lot of damage and hopefully a lot of kills as long as your team's following up on it. Um, but she's kind of meant to be a harasser more so than like a, hard carry, like offensive kind of character. Kind of like Nightcap in the same way, except, Electric Slide doesn't have a freaking instant win button that is Fung Fu. No, it's not anymore. But Electric Slide overall, I very do much recommend. Very fun character. All right, moving along here. All right, we're almost through this. All right, high tier. High tier are just the really good characters, like really really good. So I'll real quick I'll just run through these last ones to explain. I might take some time on scientists, but I'll explain why these what are these six here are where they are. And I mean they shouldn't take too much explaining. Space Cadet, kind of stupid. Has homing, has a laser that does 100 damage to your face, has a crash down move that you cannot outrun that also does I think 100 damage. Or worst scenario, she gets in the space station and Lord help you if you have 4 space cadets in one space station, you're gonna have a very very bad time. Me personally, I call it the finger mobile because it is freaking the most annoying thing to play against when you have 4 cadets just sat in one space station and the station gets increased health from every cadet that's in it. So when that thing has like 800 health and it's just slowly coming at you, there's this feeling of inevitability just comes over you, and then you get Crater Makered and you regret all your life choices. Holy crap, Crater Maker is so stupid and so broken, and with Afterburner, it is completely just busted. It is 20 damage a tick, and it's like tick, 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 like 20 damage. That kills a Peashooter in like 1 second. Like, ugh. Okay, Space Cadet. Just really, really good. Like, use her. She's completely kind of stupid. I wouldn't say completely. She's pretty stupid right now. So, big time use her. Like, if you're wondering if she's good, she's really good. Use her. All right. Sunflower. Sunflower is a ridiculous healer, and she can't kill for anything, but she more than makes up for it with how much she can freaking heal. Her healing capabilities are stupid. Like, I had a Sunflower. I played Oak on Goopy Gully. I had a Sunflower pocketing me for pretty much the entire game. The first time I died was when we got to the drill. The drill. Okay? Like Sunflower, you can just keep spamming your first ability. You can keep spamming Sunny Side Up. It goes on like a 2-second cooldown after you use it. And the full cooldown to get another one really isn't that long either. And you can just keep your heal beam hooked up to somebody, and it like heals 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, like 14, like every like half a second, and they're just getting health, just getting health, just getting health. And like if nothing's shooting them, you can overcharge them to have like 2 more bars of health, which I think is like an extra like 50 health or something. So, let's not mention, I think Sunflower acts as like a faux Mei almost from Overwatch. She can contest an objective like nobody's business. If you have hard target and a decent healing upgrade, you are good. You can contest a freaking objective forever as Sunflower. You can wait, your whole team can get wiped. You could run around like a chicken with no head spamming Q, and every time you take damage you move faster, like a lot faster, and literally wait and hold out for your whole team to get back, and you guys could just take a point back. Like, she's so broken in the fact that how much healing she does, that gets her into high tier just from that. But so Sunflower, really really good. Can't kill for anything, but honestly, if you're healing your teammates as much as you should be, you don't need to. They'll be doing all the killing for you. Trust me. Play Sunflower. She's really good. All right, Rose. Rose is really really good. In my opinion, because Arcane Enigma exists, and it's like a, what, 20-second cooldown, which in game time is really not that much. It's just a get out of jail free card, and you can fly to the other side of the map with it because you have a stupid speed boosting aura. Why they decided that to happen, why they decided that was a thing that needed to be added to that ability, I have no idea. Jinx is good. It just makes everything you hit with it take more damage, so that's, a really good supportive buff you can give to your team. And then Godify is really, really good, honestly, when you use it from angles people aren't expecting. So, like, when you send it, like, through a wall, and then it's just there, and people either have to move or get goaded, is, like, really good for especially just clearing out, like, a choke point of zombies. If you can just get around the side of them, or heck, if you can go behind them, and then they don't know you're casting Godify, they're fighting the plants in front of them, then they're all goats, and there's nothing they can do about it for the next, like, what is it, 7 or 8 seconds, and then that's just a free opportunity for all your other plants to come in and kill them because there's nothing they can do. Also, I should probably talk about why Rose is all the way up here in high tier because I haven't said anything too crazy. The fact that she gets a little upgrade called Time Snare. Now, I was killed by this thing a couple of times, and I thought it was a bug. I thought it was an exploit people found in Rose that was so stupid. No, 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 no. I got her. I think you get it at like specialist or something. I got her to that rank, and I was like, oh, what's this upgrade? Opponents hit rapidly by magic thistles are slowed. And I don't mean slowed, I mean you put lead in their shoes. They literally cannot move when Time Snare activates. If you hit them with, I want to say it's like 5 magic thistles or so in a row, they cannot move except for I think if they have like a movement ability. And they're slow to an absolute crawl, and that makes it more than easy enough 9 times out of 10 for you to just finish off the kill right then and there, especially if you have other people shooting at them. But really, you don't even need that. Time Snare makes it so you yourself, a support character, a Rose, can usually finish off a kill by yourself. That is a big, big reason why she's all the way up here in high tier. So play Rose. Both the plant supports really, really good. Play Rose, play Sunflower. They're both really, really good. All right. Deadbeard. Deadbeard is not a sniper. If you play him like a sniper, you're playing him wrong. Because all you have to do, honestly, Parrot is really good. Parrot, the laser is good. It hits 9 damage per shot, which is kind of a lot for a Battle for Neighborville. And the explosion is really good, especially because it can go off. As long as you got it out of your Parrot, it can go off even if your Parrot gets destroyed, like mid-animation. And it's 75 damage per if you like direct hit someone with it, and then it causes a bunch of little explosions that do like 15 apiece, which is just completely denies like that area at least for a couple seconds, so you can either get to a better position, or you can just keep a team off a point, whatever you got to do. Now, let's talk about Barrel Blast. Barrel Blast is so freaking stupid. Barrel Blast is you get an upgrade for it. It's 3. It's a 3-point upgrade. I think it's called like Powder Keg or something, or like Keg Incoming. I don't know. It's the one where you can move faster in Barrel Blast. Yeah, people can't sprint away from that. You will keep pace with them. So basically, use Barrel Blast, walk up to somebody, and if they don't have anything that can like push you away, or don't have some kind of movement ability to get away from you, they are dead. There is nothing they can do about it. They are completely dead. So that goes for Sunflower, no movement abilities. You use Barrel Blast on a Sunflower, she's dead. P, if they don't have Pea Souped, they're dead. If a Citron doesn't have Charge, they're dead. If a Rose doesn't have Enigma, she's dead. And it's on and on and on. If Chomper doesn't have Burrow, he's dead. Like, on and on and on of all these characters that just get completely crapped on by Barrel Blast. And the thing is, you can get upgrades where you move faster coming out of Barrel Blast, and you shoot higher coming out of Barrel Blast so no one can kill you. And let's not mention, if you need to run away after using Barrel Blast, which is usually what people do with the character, you can use Anchors Away and fling yourself across the freaking map And your hitbox is so freaking disjointed during that period, no one can touch you. And you can get upgrades where you move faster at low health. You can get upgrade where you move faster coming out of anchors away. Like there's such an annoying way to play Deadbeard. I think that incoming keg needs a big nerf. But that is why he's all the way up in high tier. And like he's still a sniper, so you can still snipe people's heads off even if you have none of those abilities available. So really like a really good character. All right, engineer. Brain dead character. Good God. Like, completely freaking. What was I even going to say? Oh, set up a turret and just sit there and just spam grenades forever. You will, no one will ever bother you. No one can touch you. The turret will just kill them. Your teammates will kill them, and you can just spam grenades onto a point literally forever. Now PopCap has said they are working on engineer. I don't know if that means a rebalance. I don't know what that means, but I hope this means good because this character, as he is like way too good. All right. Super Brains. Super Brains. We're finally at God tier, by the way. Super SB. The cheesiest character in this game. This is such a stupid character right now. Again, PopCap has said they are looking at him, but right now, I mean, you all know why he's so stupid. Shield in air, Hadouken, Super Ultra Ball, fucking like Super Jump Thump can give you health with an upgrade. Like it's dumb character, just dumb character. Like way too much damage, especially if you master him, where you can get a fourth punch to your combo. Just stupid character. All right, and let's talk about this character, my friend Scientist. Dude, this character is probably I would very much make the argument that this character is even more broken than Super Brains, and no one is saying anything about it because Super Brains is really good at what he does, right? And what he does is damage. Scientist is good at everything. And he's really good at everything. He does a lot of damage up close or from, like soldier, like medium range. His healing is like not fantastic, but it's still good. Like more than enough to keep people alive. Like it's not sunflower level, but it's still good. And then the fact that warp is simultaneously a close the distance to kill that person. It's also a person's trying to run away from you. Oh no, I'll just use warp and get right up next to you and shotgun you in the face. Or it's a, oh crap, I shouldn't be here, gotta run away. And then you just warp out of danger and nothing can ever kill you. This character is very much so like borderline unkillable. If you kill a scientist, you're doing it right or they're doing it very wrong. If you kill a scientist, you caught him out or you're just a really good player. That's all I'm going to say. Um, that's all I gotta say, man. Scientist is stupid, broken, and I think he needs a nerf. I don't want to say that a healer is busted, but this healer is fucking busted. All right, so yeah, that is my Battle for Neighborville tier list. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Um, uh, I will probably. I wanted to stream Minecraft tonight, and I probably will. Um, but we will see. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been my Battle for Neighborville tier list. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.